the celebrations starting. He's got one more corner, the famous parabolica to go. Mercedes threw everything at him today. Charles Leclerc has coped brilliantly. He won in Spa. He wins in Monza. Charles Leclerc.
Driving for a top-tier team in Formula One is the ultimate dream for any racing driver. For teams like Ferrari, Red Bull, or Mercedes, it's not just the racing pedigree of the team that makes it desirable to drivers, but also the massive paycheck that comes with sitting behind the wheel of their awesome cars. Ferrari driver Charles Leclerc earns an annual salary of around $12 million. Despite such a huge salary, he's still not the richest Formula One driver, but he certainly lives like one. From a garage adorned with a fleet of Ferraris and Bugattis to yachts and timepieces that surpass the annual earnings of most, join us on a journey through the luxurious lifestyle of Charles Leclerc, the Formula One sensation.
Over the door, and Charles Leclerc takes the lead. He's passed absolutely everyone.
In 2017, Sauber found themselves at the bottom of the Constructors' Championship and in dire need of fresh talent to make a splash on the grand stage. They made a strategic move by bringing in two new drivers, one of whom was a Monegasque racing sensation boasting an impressive track record. This rising star was Charles Leclerc, who had already clinched the GP3 Series Championship in 2016 and the 2017 FIA Formula 2 Championship. Born to Hervé and Pascal Leclerc on October 16, 1997 in Monte Carlo, Monaco, Charles Leclerc made his debut for Sauber in 2018. His performance stood out among the Sauber drivers and he spearheaded their campaign, ultimately contributing to Sauber's 8th place finish in the Constructors' Championship that season. With Sauber sharing close ties with Ferrari, it didn't take long for them to recognize Charles Leclerc's immense talent. Soon enough, he was snatched up by Scuderia Ferrari. In his debut season with the Ferrari team, he made history by becoming the second youngest driver ever to secure pole position in Formula One, achieving this remarkable feat at the 2019 Bahrain Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc's racing prowess is undoubtedly a family affair, with a legacy that runs deep in their veins. The Leclerc family's connection to motorsport is a significant part of his story. His father, Hervé Leclerc, shared the same passion for racing and once competed in Formula 3 during the 80s and 90s. Sadly, Hervé's life was cut short at the age of 54 after a prolonged illness, just days before witnessing his son's victory in the feature race at the 2017 Baku Formula 2 round, a poignant moment in Charles' racing career. Apart from his racing talent, Leclerc is also a linguist, fluently speaking 3 languages, English, French, and Italian. This multilingual ability has undoubtedly been an asset in his international racing career. Leclerc's journey in motorsport began in 2005, when he took his first steps in karting, setting the stage for his remarkable career. His winning streak started early, with impressive victories in the French PACA Championship in 2005, 2006, and 2008. In 2009, he became the French Cadet Champion and moved up to the KF3. There, he won the Junior Monaco Kart Cup and several other competitions before graduating to the KF2 category in 2012. 2013 was Leclerc's final year of karting. He won the South Garda Winter Cup, finished 6th in the Kick FIA European KZ Championship, and 2nd at the Kick FIA World KZ Championship behind the Red Bull driver Max Verstappen. In 2014, Charles graduated to single-seaters, and the rest was history. By 2017, he made it to the FIA Formula 2 Championship, got picked up by Sauber, and made his way to Scuderia Ferrari, where he's contracted to remain till 2024. In the 2019 Formula 1 season, while driving for Ferrari, Leclerc won the FIA Pole Trophy for most pole positions, becoming the youngest driver to win the award.
The second youngest pole sitter ever, and he goes even faster than he did before. It's a new track record, and it's welcome to the pole position club for Charles Leclerc.
He would win the same prize again in 2022 and finish 2nd in the 2022 World Drivers' Championship. There's no doubt that Charles is one of the best drivers on the grid, even though Red Bull and Max Verstappen currently dominate the grid. As of the 2023 Sao Paulo Grand Prix, Leclerc has clinched 5 race wins and 22 pole positions, and as of early November, he's ranked 7th in the driver's standings with 170 points, while earning $12 million in annual salary before bonuses and several lucrative partnerships with huge brands. So, what does Charles Leclerc spend his money on when he's not ripping it on the straights of several tracks around the world? Delving into Charles Leclerc's garage, it becomes evident where a significant portion of his earnings is invested. Charles has an insatiable appetite for speed, and considering his affiliation with the Ferrari family, which began in 2016 when he joined their prestigious driving academy, his collection is adorned with several vehicles bearing the iconic prancing horse emblem. He owns a blue Ferrari GTC4 Lusso. This is a 3-door shooting brake with an all-wheel drive train and a V8 engine. It has 602 horsepower, which helps it to a top speed of 208 miles per hour. This Grand Tour does 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds and is sold for just over $300,000. Aside from the GTC4 Lusso, Charles owns another Ferrari, a black 812 Superfast. The Superfast bears a styling quite similar to the GTC4 Lusso. At the time it debuted, it had the most powerful naturally aspirated production car engine that puts out 789 horsepower. It shares the same 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox with another car in Leclerc's garage that helps it to a top speed of 211 miles per hour. It comes with a price tag of $340,000. Another prancing horse in Leclerc's garage is a customized Ferrari 488 Pista Spider. He has been seen driving this particular car many times around Monaco. It's a one-off and so unique that everyone knows it's Leclerc's ride when they see it on the streets of Monaco. This special 488 is expected to have cost Leclerc about $1 million. It's powered by a 3.9-liter V8 engine that puts out 17 horsepower. It has a top speed of 213 miles per hour, the same gearbox in the 812 Superfast, and many F1 features to make Charles feel right at home behind the wheel. One time, when Leclerc was out in his car, he had to use it to chase down robbers who stole his Richard Mille 67-02 timepiece. Even though he drives for Ferrari, Charles' garage isn't filled with only Ferraris. He has an affinity for British cars. He owns a Jaguar XF and Land Rover Discovery, both priced at over $350,000. He also owns a McLaren GT that's worth over $200,000 and a Rolls-Royce Wraith that's at least $300,000. That's an impressive list of cool rides for any purpose, but they do not compare to the most expensive road car in Leclerc's garage, the Bugatti Chiron. This car is named after another Monegasque driver, Louis Chiron. It can reach speeds close to 300 miles per hour and carries a price tag of $3.3 million. However, no car can compare to Leclerc's crown jewel, the Ferrari S90 F1 race car. This particular car is the one in which he won his first and second Grand Prix at Spa and Monza in 2019. Unfortunately, this car doesn't reside in Leclerc's garage. It lives in the same museum that holds the vintage car collection of Prince Albert of Monaco. But you see, cars are not the only thing that interests this Monegasque driver. When he's not cruising in any of his expensive rides, he is throwing extravagant parties on his yachts. Charles is very well known in the yachting community. In August 2020, he bought a 15-meter-long 48 Cariva named Monza after his first GP win. This yacht features 2 cabins and enough space to house 4 people. This luxury boat boasts a top speed of 65 kilometers per hour and is estimated to be worth $2 million. Charles' choice of this particular boat was not random. He chose the Dalcerva because, in addition to his inherent status, the Sarnico shipyard where it's built has had a 2-year association with Ferrari. The 48 Dalcerva is not the only yacht Leclerc owns. He also spent $3 million on another Riva, a Riva Sportfly 68 Rebelle. The 68 Rebelle is Leclerc's favorite boat, and he refers to it as the 16, which is his racing number, 16 in Italian. This boat can carry 12 passengers and features an owner suite, a VIP lounge, a double cabin, and 3 full baths. Leclerc is passionate about a lot of things, and among those things are wristwatches. In 2022, he was unfortunate to have his Richard Mille 67-02 stolen. Instead of letting it go, he chased down the robbers in his 488 Pista and retrieved the watch. F1 drivers are not allowed to wear wristwatches during races, but they are allowed to wear them for post-race interviews. Leclerc the RM67-02 on the podium after winning the Australian Grand Prix. Its worth is priced at around $320,000. However, that is not the only timepiece in Leclerc's collection. He's rarely seen without an expensive watch on his wrist. Before 2021, Hublot was Ferrari's Ferrari's official watch sponsor. Back then, he used to wear a Hublot Mecha 10 Black Magic worth $24,000. He also used to wear Hublot's one of only 20 Hublot Big Bang Ferrari 1000 GP wristwatch. It was estimated to be worth $52,000. Leclerc is a huge fan of Richard Mille, and the RM67-02 is not the only Richard Mille in his possession. He owns a black Richard Mille RM61-01 Ultimate Edition worth $775,000. He also owns an RM35-01 priced at $125,000, an RM35-03 Rafael Nadal priced at $200,000, and a limited edition RM-UP-01 Ferrari watch. This watch weighs just 30 grams with a thickness of 1.7 millimeters, which makes it the thinnest watch ever created. It costs $2 million and only 150 will be produced. To cap it all off, Leclerc owns a prototype Richard Mille which priced at $2 million. The watch has his name and is hand painted in the colors of the Italian flag. Born and bred in Monaco, Charles lives in the posh part of Monte Carlo. As a national citizen, he's a well-known face in those parts, able to navigate around the city without being mobbed by fans. The house he lives in is estimated to be worth about $7 million. In there, he has a room dedicated to virtual racing. The dedicated gaming room has 2 sim rigs, a Playseat Sensation Pro for rallying and drifting, and a red Playseat Formula Intelligence. The gaming setup includes a Fanatec Podium racing wheel, a Club Sport steering wheel, Club Sport pedals V3, and a shifter from the same manufacturer. He also tops that off with 2 Samsung ultra-wide monitors, a Logitech Pro X gaming headset, and an Elgato Stream Deck. When Charles steps away from racing, both in real life and virtually, he plays the piano or guitar. In his home, you will find a Steinway & Sons upright piano priced at $50,000. Leclerc is looking to upgrade that to a grand piano worth $200,000 if he gets a bigger living space.